So Sourcefed and Sourcefed Nerd closing down. I realize there's people be like, but and other networks, but I'm gonna go with the channels that basically came into my life at a very low point. Um, Basically, what happened is I was in a very toxic relationship. I was systematically being isolated from most of my friends and even my family. Um, and my partner at the time had done this very subtly over the period of more than a year. I was basically not going out with any friends anymore. I was in the house with this person, and all the while was basically getting told that all the things that I used to love doing, like playing video games, collecting comic books, just basically loving technology and all these different geeky things that I love doing. I was basically getting told that uh, grow up, move on. These aren't things that somebody on the workforce and in a professional environment are doing. You're not going to be taken seriously. So basically, I had started getting away from all of these things. I was basically sort of not being brainwashed, but I was going with it because I was in love with this person. And so, anyways, at a certain point, I reached a breaking point, ended it, and I was really depressed. I was really questioning everything about what I was in love with. Those all those geeky things that I love doing. And then at a certain evening, I had nothing to do, and I fell on Sourcefed. I don't really remember what the video was, but I think it was a common commentary um, that I fell on and watched it. And I'm the type, as most people that would associate with geekdom would say, I'm the type that when I like something, I delve deep into it. So I remember that evening, I think I watched like 5 straight hours of videos. And this was in late 2013, I believe. Um, yeah, 2013, something like that. I remember that I believe Source Said Nerd was barely getting started at the time. Met the Scooby Gang, uh, fell in love with them um, through different videos and of them explaining on Table Talk or Common Commentary about all the things that they love doing and the things that they were still doing and enjoying and not be ashamed of. Basically, made me understand that even though I was 36 years old at the time, I didn't need to leave those things behind. I had my own house. I had a very good job. I was stable. Nothing was wrong with me. Like everything that basically my former partner had spent more than a year trying to box me into. But there was nothing wrong with it. And as funny as this sounds, I learned this from watching these, for the most part, these kids that were more than 10 years younger than me. Uh, I was learning this from them. That it was not fitting in my brain how much you know this was just this new knowledge getting poured in where I was relearning to live, relearning to love myself, relearning to just basically accept who I was. Yes, I'm a geek. Doesn't make me any less of an adult than anybody else. And watching these people grow into like really good hosts, and watching the comedy that they were producing, but also learning about, all of the daily news that was getting pumped into this world, but in you know and getting it from their perspective. It really got to me after a while, because I literally had 6 to 8 friends that live thousands upon thousands of kilometers away, that are in, 3 different time zones away from where I am, in a different country. I'm like from Canada, so um, I had like 6 friends over there that I never met, that I'm probably never gonna meet, but I saw them grow into the hosts that they were. Began to enjoy their company. I would literally be waiting for the night where I would listen to the daily videos that they were posting. So to see this go is extremely hard. It's I realized that most of them had gone on to different projects since then, but um, it was still something that I was missing. Like I still miss these people, and there were several of the new hosts that was still trying to follow. For Christ's sakes, I literally saw Sam and Will grow on camera on these videos. Like, I still remember Sam like wearing this little button down shirt with his bow tie. I think he was probably 18 at the time, if not younger. And Will, just saw Will grow up on camera as well. Uh, but yeah, I do miss like the first crew. Like, Trisha was probably one of the hosts that I could relate to the most, because I've always been the quiet sort of one of the group where I was in. Um, but at the same time, I could let loose more than my share. Meg was just, the girl that probably every guy on earth would wanna wanna be with, or anything like that, just because she was sassy, she was energetic, she was, a lot of fun to be with. Joe was probably the most perfect guy on earth, which you would really want to hate, but the guy had such a great personality that you just couldn't find yourself, hating him. Elliot was just a funny guy, funny, smart guy. Lee was just, you know, the girl next door that that I had like the hugest crush on for like the longest while. Steve was just a class clown. Um, the child stuck in a man's body, and a very hairy man's body. Um, I just love watching Trisha go from this proper young lady, who everybody would want to introduce to their parents, to a psychotic swearing sailor when she was playing a game. I love that. Like, I miss the garage band nights. I miss I miss so many things from that time. So seeing it go, the only thing I can say is I'm hoping beyond hope that they do not delete the library, and then we can at least go back to these, because some of these videos I really want to just keep watching, when I feel down, when the world feels to be like it's closing in on you. It's yeah, it's the end of an era, all right. I'm gonna miss a lot of things, like, that I already miss anyways, because those shows weren't on anymore. But, head to head, table talk, the Cards Against Humanity when they were playing it. Yeah, I'm really gonna miss those. Anyways, that was me making an ass of myself on camera for everybody to watch. Have a good one, guys.